official roadmap for a massive upcoming event in the scientific community, the 4th International Jackal and Related Species Symposium, or 4IJS for short. We're going to dive right into exactly what this symposium entails, from the core scientific themes being discussed to those absolutely crucial logistical deadlines that you really can't afford to miss. Let's get into it.
The organizers have honestly set a pretty ambitious stage here. Just listen to their official invitation. We are delighted to invite researchers, conservationists, ecologists, game and wildlife management specialists, and hunters to the breathtaking Danube Delta. That location is a huge key to this. We're not just talking about sitting in a windowless conference room in some concrete jungle. We're talking about gathering right at the gateway to the Danube Delta Biosphere Reserve in Romania. It's essentially a living laboratory for wildlife research, which is a setting that perfectly mirrors the diverse, real-world scope of the symposium itself.
All right, so here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the event essentials, dive into the core themes and speakers, explore the hands-on Jackal Soundscapes course, review the strict abstract guidelines, and finally, break down registration and fees.
Welcome to the 4IJS and the event essentials.
Check out the sheer institutional weight backing this event. It's officially running from October 7th through the 10th, 2026 in Tulcea, Romania. The symposium is hosted by the Danube Delta National Institute for Research and Development, usually just called INCDD, with some serious scientific and organizational muscle from JOJJ, which is the Golden Jackal Informal Study Group in Europe. But honestly, here's the absolute critical stamp of approval. The 4IJS is officially endorsed by the IUCN Canid Specialist Group. That endorsement right there signals that the research presented isn't just some academic exercise, it is recognized at the absolute highest levels of global conservation strategy.
Moving right along to Section 2, Core Themes and Speakers, focusing on global scientific insights.
The symposium is going to tackle 7 core topics derived from JOJJ's common online meetings, and wow, it covers a massive scientific spectrum. We've got the traditional biological focuses, right? Things like population ecology, reproduction, behavior, genetics, genomics, biogeography, and movement ecology. Then there's community ecology, looking really closely at prey-predator dynamics. But what's really important is that this symposium doesn't shy away from the complex, on-the-ground intersections between canids and humans. It neutrally approaches multifaceted issues like monitoring, conservation, and lethal control, while also digging into the social aspects of carnivores and the control and prevention of epizootic diseases. It's a breadth that makes sure a ton of different perspectives and disciplines are actually at the table.
And this list brilliantly illustrates the caliber of the insights you can expect. Just take a look at this lineup. We are seeing experts flying in from Tanzania, the UK, the USA, India, Austria, and Poland. Patricia Molman, Yadvendra Delvjala, and Wisław Bogdanovich will be delivering plenary lectures, while Jennifer Hatloff takes on a keynote. Plus, heavy hitters like Claudio Silero-Zubiri and Stanley Garrett are stepping up to deliver masterclasses. That masterclass format is a real game changer because it moves beyond your standard PowerPoint read-through, offering attendees in-depth, advanced training and a chance for highly interactive discussions with these world-renowned specialists.
Up next, Section 3, the Jackal Soundscapes course, which is all about advanced bioacoustic monitoring.
Taking place right before the main symposium, on October 5th and 6th, is the Jackal Soundscapes course. This is focused entirely on advanced bioacoustic monitoring techniques, and the timeline is incredibly tight and action-packed. Participants arrive at 6 p.m. on October 5th. By 7 p.m., boom, they're already out conducting nighttime fieldwork for bioacoustic density monitoring. The very next morning at 10 a.m., the theoretical sessions kick off, with lectures from experts like Jennifer Hatloff and Sampath Senavaratne, followed straight away by practical, hands-on software analysis at 1 p.m. It is a rapid, super intense immersion into modern monitoring methods.
Now, if you plan to attend this course, proper preparation is basically non-negotiable. The fieldwork hits 3 specific zones, Gurudobrje, Murgyol, and Chetalkyoi. Because you're doing night work in early October, you are required, not suggested, required, to bring sturdy boots, warm clothes, a warm hat, and a headlamp. Because let me tell you, early October nights in the Delta, they get chilly. A personal laptop is also highly recommended for that Day 2 sonogram analysis session, but here's the absolute most crucial detail. The course is strictly limited to 30 places, so if you want in, hesitation is literally not an option.
Okay, Section 4, Abstract and Presentation Guidelines. Basically, how to share your research.
Let this crucial number right here sink in. 300 to 350. That is the absolute, strict word limit for your abstract. Not 250 words, not 400 words. You have to distill your introduction, your methods, your results, and your conclusions into that exact window. And keep in mind, the deadline to submit this abstract is May 10, 2026. That deadline is set in stone, and the scientific committee will be sending out acceptance notifications shortly after, by June 10th.
You definitely don't want to get your research rejected on a technicality before anyone even reads it, right? So, the organizers laid out a very specific set of formatting steps. Step 1. Your abstract must be a Word document, specifically in Times New Roman, size 12 font. Step 2. You're allowed up to 3 visuals, like graphs or images, but they've got to have a minimum resolution of 300 dpi, a max size of 9 by 16 centimeters, and PNG is the preferred format. Step 3. Once it's all perfectly formatted, email it directly to 4ijs@jackallecology.eu before that May 10th deadline. Oh, and a quick pro tip, make sure any scientific species names in your title are perfectly italicized. When you submit, you can actually specify if you'd prefer an oral or a poster presentation, though the committee obviously makes the final call. If you snag an oral slot, you will have exactly 7 minutes to speak, followed by a 3-minute Q&A. 7 minutes goes by fast, so practice is key. Your slides must be in PowerPoint, and the presentation has to be in English. Now, if you're assigned a poster presentation, it must be exactly A0 size and in portrait orientation. And this is vital. You, as the author, must be physically present at your poster during the designated sessions to chat and answer questions. Finally, Section 5, Registration and Fees. Let's talk about securing your spot.
So here's the fee matrix for Symposium Access, which covers everything from communication sessions to lunches on October 7th and 8th. The big takeaway here, planning early saves you money. The early bird deadline is May 31, 2026. Hit that, and a regular participant pays €200, while a student pays $100. If you wait for the late registration period that closes on September 30th, or if you just opt for on-site registration in October, those fees jump incrementally, peaking at €250 for a regular on-site spot. Oh, and a quick heads up for the students, you do have to provide proof of your student status, and this specific discounted category doesn't apply to PhD candidates.
Lastly, you'll definitely want to budget for the highly recommended add-ons, which are totally separate from the main symposium fee. That intensive soundscapes course we talked about? It's honestly a steal at just €25. The formal gala dinner is €80, and there's a fantastic networking boat excursion that includes lunch and a field trip in the Delta for €105. Just note that all these fees need to be transferred directly to the DD&I accounts using either their Euro or Romanian Leu IBANs, which you can find right on their official website. Well, we've officially navigated the roadmap, from the rigorous abstract requirements and globally recognized speakers, all the way to the immersive Muddy Boots fieldwork in the Danube Delta. The 4IJS is absolutely shaping up to be a landmark event in wildlife ecology. So the only question left for us today is this: how will your research contribute to the future of canid conservation at the 4IJS? Remember that May 10th abstract deadline is approaching fast. Gather your data, structure your 350 words, and head to the official 4IJS website to finalize that submission. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer, and as always, keep learning.